It's about that time.
Well. We meet again.
The man of the hour, the former mayor of Torrington, the one and only Owen Quinn.
Jacque, good seeing you again.
Likewise. This award that you've been granted with tonight, I think, is a very dubious distinction based on the fact that this was something that you did out of a need. There was no profit motive incurred. There was no situation like this was going to be self-gratifying for yourself. This was an unselfish gesture that you saw that was very, very vital for the residents in our community to find relief.
Well, Jacque, as you know, all projects like homeless or anything to do with social services really starts with committee work. And the community came around and said, we've got to do something about saving lives during the winter. We've got to have a place for men and women to go so that they're going to be safe and not freeze to death. These people had been chronically homeless, and they have been for years, some 3-4 years living in the woods, living on their own. And the desire of the state of Connecticut through the local Overflow shelters is to have them find a safe place from November 15th to April 15th. That still leaves a lot of the year for them to fend for themselves. And we provide as much training, as much guidance as we could. As you know, because you were there interviewing me in the shelter, and you know that every night I would say, what's your employment plan? What's your employment plan? What's your housing plan? What are you going to do? April 15th is coming. And the committee worked, and it was talking, and there was no one at that time that was willing to sign the lease, to hire the people, to take on the liability. And as a former mayor, I saw that people were getting frustrated, and they were saying to the mayor, what are we going to do about this? What are they going to do about it? And it wasn't the mayor's fault, but the mayor, as the buck stops there, was getting the grief. And so I called her up on a Friday afternoon as she was closing up City Hall at noon, and I said, listen, if it would help you, and if it would help the city and Northwest Connecticut, then I could step forward and run the homeless shelter, hire the people, train the people, and provide that safe haven for those people. And that's what we did for the last 2 years. And as I said before, we saved lives. There's a lot of pain and suffering out there. There's more alcohol and drug abuse than we've seen. The numbers have doubled and almost quadrupled of people that are seeking shelter. So, it was a gratifying thing to do. And as the gentleman that followed me, said, what you give, you get back 3- and 4-fold. So it was a great experience, and I'm so grateful for the mayor. I didn't expect anything. As you know, I'm not a big person I just kind of step up and do what I think is right, and so I thought it was a great night, and I thank the mayor, the city council, and I thank you and your team, Jacque, at City Views, for airing this. So let the people of Northwest Connecticut know what the local United Way is doing in your community, working in your community. So thank you for that.
Owen, thank you. And I think that it's very important that you make that very salient point, because we are going through very challenging times right now.
Amen to that.
That need is increasing. So
not decreasing, increasing. So anything that the public can do, and as he said, call the United Way office, 860-489-4131. You want to volunteer, you want to be part of the Warm the Children, you want to be a shopper, you want to get involved with taxes. There's umpteen volunteer opportunities for you. Please call us at the United Way office, and it's www.unitedway.org, and you'll find us. And the number again is 860-489-4131. Love to hear from you.
Thank you, Owen.
Thank you. Okay.
City Views. City Views, City Views, City